Racism affects many lives in America today. This isn't a new problem, but the problem is that it has caused many things such as peer pressure, stereotypes, and even health issues. What isn't seen by the person being racist is that we are all made the same. If you take an x-ray and compare your own x-ray with the x-ray of another person, you will see the same exact thing. The only thing that makes us different is where we're from and the color of our skin, but that is only superficial and doesn't define us or make us higher or lower than others. A lot of people today in America use racism as if it were something normal, but they don't understand that racism can have terrible effects on people. For example, racism could have a negative impact on your health. Researchers have found that people who experienced racism were more likely to have a higher level of blood pressure and a higher body mass index by the time they turned 20. Racism not only affects people's physical health, but it also affects the mental health of those who are targeted. According to a new study, Black teens who experience racial discrimination in adolescence are more likely to develop stress-related health issues that could put them at risk for chronic diseases later in life. If you think this is bad so far, you're wrong. One study of 4,074 people found that those who felt victimized by discrimination and forms of racism were twice as likely to develop psychotic episodes in the following 3 years. Being on the receiving end of racism creates intense and constant stress, which boosts the risk of depression, anxiety, and anger. This is only the beginning. Racism has caused and influenced the creation of stereotypes, and because of this, people have started using stereotypes to categorize every race without even knowing the person. If someone sees an African American man walking towards them, they might move far away to avoid being close to someone that is stereotyped as a dangerous or violent person. Not only that, but the media has fostered a distorted public perception of African Americans, when in reality they are far from what they are shown as. They are not the only race who has been discriminated in America, because Mexicans in the United States have also been stereotyped as lazy. The reality of that is that many Mexicans who come to this nation acquire jobs that many American people just simply refuse to do, and work extended hours, are paid poorly, and often in unfit working conditions. An example is my dad. He had a job where he had to do 3 jobs for the same amount of money as if he were only doing 1. Not only did he just do that job, but he also went to another job after he was done with the first job, just so we could have a roof over our heads and food to eat each day. To me, that is no example of being lazy. Another most stereotyped race are Asians, which are always believed to be smart. But just like negative stereotypes, positive stereotypes strip people of their individuality and alienate them for not meeting the standards that are imposed upon them. This is a stressing expectation that could make someone feel bad for not being able to live up to that expectation. Another big effect of racism is that it influences the learning experience of one's affected. Such discrimination lowers academic performance for minority students and puts them at greater risk for dropping out of school. Racism can be described as a weapon that destroys society. Students who experience racism might be afraid of going to school, feel anxious and unhappy, fall behind in schoolwork, get lower results in their exams, not speak their first language for fear of being teased or picked on. Not only students could be affected by racism, but also teachers. Teachers who experience racism might not want to go to work each day, lose confidence in their ability to teach, or feel anxious and unhappy. The most unfortunate effect of racism at school is the way the school is affected as a whole. When a school suffers from racism, conflict comes in. This will end up in the parents not having confidence in the school and the educational system. The question now is, what can we do about it? Well, I am an upstander, and together we can make a positive change towards racism seen today in America, because it can be prevented. Just whatever you do, don't do nothing. Take action. Nobody is born racist. If you see someone being racist to someone else, stand up and take action to show the attacker you don't support it, and it could make the attacker think twice before speaking. Even the smallest gesture you do could be powerful and let the person being attacked know they are not alone. Thank you for watching, and I hope this encouraged you to make a small difference that could mean the world to someone else.